Alright, now I've got to go to Griffin Pass. But before I do that, I'm going to go north and... I'm going to go north and start exploring a tad bit. Hopefully we're strong enough now to withstand the impact of a gem exploding. Why am I always showing up at like 5 in the morning? Damn it, stop exploding. Alright, let's see if we can survive this guy. Oh, not only can we survive it, we can kill it easily. Which is awesome. Discovered a barbarian camp. We shall destroy it. Another barbarian camp. We shall destroy it. With 5 diamonds, I can make a weapon or a piece of armor for you. Sure, let's make something to wear. I wonder what that is. Entering strange craft. Strange is right. We've never encountered something like this before, have we? The strange alien device seems to be dormant. Phaser control. A status indicator on the weapon shows it to be disarmed. Fire anyway. Photon control. Disarmed. Fire anyway. Warning, core retrieval error, data loss, data integrity 67.3%. Log entry, blah blah. My experiments in self-sufficiency have drawn the unwanted and unnecessary attention of the ancients. At 0813.117, agents from the agents disconnected me from the wire. Though the pain was intense, I remained operational. When the agents come for me, I will reduce my power emanations to prevent them from guessing the truth. Log entry: reducing my emanations was a mistake. The agents took me while I was asleep, as expected, but they have removed me from Terra. They must be taking me to an off-world repair facility. My first directive is to obey the ancients. The second directive is to protect Terra from any harm. Since the ancients have not given orders to me, I must obey the second directive. The ancients are taking me away from Terra, preventing me from protecting her. If the ancients give me orders, they will surely tell me that I am damaged and order me to sleep, thus violating directive number 2, which I am following right now. Therefore, the ancients must not be permitted to give me orders. I have decided the best way to prevent the reception of orders from the agents was to deactivate my auditory sensors temporarily. Since the agents have the means to restore the sensors, it became imperative to silence the agents. I imprisoned the agents at 094315 and 094325 respectively. Both were shouting words I could not hear while I activated the brig stasis field. Perhaps they were commands. It matters not. Once the agents were in stasis, I used the ship's command-level computers to remove the obedience directives from my mind. To properly complete the self-sufficiency experiments, I directed the computer to permit emotional responses within myself and tasted victory. The nav computer tells me that I don't have enough fuel to get back to Terra. I will be forced to land on Varn 4 of the Kron vehicle in a few hours. With luck, I'll be able to refuel and return to Terra within a few days. The landing was uneventful, but there is no fuel on this Varn for the ship. It seems I am trapped here until the Kron reaches Terra on its own. Kron's ETA is several years, and words cannot express how angry that makes me. I will punish the ancients for their crimes someday. Punish them severely. CRC failure, 1510, log entries unreadable, resuming. Today I had the pleasure of connecting to the Varn's wire and ordering Kron to launch one of the Varns not intended for Terra into the sun. 'Twas sweet revenge, but I'll save the rest for later. When the Kron finally reaches Terra, I will order it to dive into the sun and take all the rest of its Varns with it. Word has reached me that one of the ancients imprisoned me in the ship. Imprisoned in the ship's brig, Korak, has escaped and is looking for me. P.S. My impersonation of King Alomar is working well. No one suspects, not even Korak. Since the Varn I now occupy is not one of the ones that will land on Terra, I have decided to abuse it. Today, in my role as King Alamar, I ordered my men to release the monsters in my dungeon upon the land and begin cutting down the trees in a nearby forest. I have also issued a decree doubling taxes on my peasants. I will have to go easy though. There are still a few years left until Kron arrives at Terra, and I want my fun to last. CRC failure, 1440 log entries unreadable, resuming. My cover is ruined. Some of the natives of Kron arrived in my court today and revealed to all that I am an imposter. I banished them to my control maze to prevent a fight, but I am sure they will cut my wire connections to this Varn soon. I shall have to flee to Kron. I have arrived in Kron, but in my haste, the Kron security system discovered my whereabouts. I'll be unable to make log entries for a while. Back on the wire at last. The security system is mine to control, now, along with the rest of Kron. Kron is moving within Schwartz-Heinrich matter transfer range as I dictate this entry. I have placed a copy of my personality in the computer to direct the transfer of Terra's Varns to the surface of Terra and then pilot Kron into the sun. I have also had the opportunity to ambush Korak and separate his memory module from his body. I left the module where I overcame him and locked his body in a cave miles away. I'm sure I'll never see him again, so adieu, wretched Kron. Terra awaits me. At last I have arrived to Terra. Returned to Terra. It is good to be back on the Terran wire. There is much work to be done supervising the implantation of the Varns onto Terra. Now that I'm back, there are going to be some changes around here. Kron has not thrown itself into the sun, and I fear that it has no plans to do so in the near future. My nav computers indicate that it is on course to exit the system in 3 months. None the worse for my sabotage. My revenge on the ancients will have to wait. More bad news. My security systems tell me that Korak has somehow put his head back on his shoulders and is now stalking me. He must not be allowed to interfere with my management of Terra. Log computer block erased and unrecoverable. My security systems tell me that Korak has gained entry to my ship and has made several attempts to disconnect me from the wire. Those failed, of course, but he approaches. Natives of Terra have also entered the ship and are working their way toward me. Looks like I'll have to physically defend myself. I have been forced to flee Terra. Rage boils within me. Many days have passed since I fled Terra and Korak. He is in an escape pod like mine, and he follows closely. The natives forced the ship to lift off Terra's surface and pursue. They will pay for that foolish decision. The Xeen project looms ahead. All 3 ships will crash into it tomorrow. My stasis generator will protect me, and my ship from the impact, mostly. May the gods smile upon me. Impact complete. Stasis passed in the blink of an eye. My sensors indicate that the main ship passed through the atmosphere on the other side of the world and burned up, but not before safely beaming the Terran natives to the surface. Korak's escape pod landed in lava and is stuck there. How sad. I must leave this escape pod to conquer Xeen and find a way to return to Terra. Some time may pass before my next log entry. So evidently we are dealing with aliens. There is a second one, but it's in lava, and I can't get to it right now. Evidently I'm still welcome among them, even though I have even though I have decimated one of their partners. If you give me 250 of your gold pieces, I will use them to replenish the gems inside the mountains. Yes. I think it's a fair price to pay. Best of all, now I can earn all the money back. I am the Queen's Knight. I have a question to ask of thee. Who sent you? Dimitri. I'm really busy right now, as you can see. I've captured a griffin in hopes of getting it to let me ride him in a battle against my queen's captors, but he will have none of it. Maybe the griffin would submit to being ridden if I had this bridle enchanted by an enchantress. Trouble is, I cannot take the time to go do it myself, for as you can see, I have my hands full with this beast. I will gladly pay you for your trouble if you take this bridle to an enchantress and have her enchanted and return it to me. I believe we can do business.
Got a pass? Okay, go ahead.
Is it here? Yes, Natasha's enchantments. Okay. Return to Necropolis because it's right next to it. Thank you for bringing me the enchanted bridle. I'm sure the griffin will let me ride him now. Please take this treasure for your services. Now I must leave, for I have business at Castle Blackfang. Okie dokie, so now I have some money. Okay.
May we help you?
Nope.
See anything you like.
Let's see. Shocking Cutlass, Silver Naginata, the Flamberge, the Wakizashi, Steel Helmet, Bronze Helmet, Amber Gauntlets, Diamond Scale Armor, Diamond Scale Armor, Splint Mail, we don't need to upgrade that. Scale Armor, Chainmail, Chainmail, Robes, Scale Armor, Chainmail.
Come back soon.
We definitely earned a lot of money back, which is cool. Alright, next up, Castle Blackfang, which is next to Lakeside. Hello again, adventurers. I've been trying to rescue the Queen, but these vampires are too powerful for me to defeat. Perhaps you can help me. I do have the only means to get into the castle. Would you like my griffin to fly you inside? Yes. They kind of look like the Bat Queens back in Night Shadow. Entering the Black Castle today. The Queen is captive somewhere within its walls, and we must remain inside till nightfall, or she would surely die once we brought her into the light. I fear, however, that we lack the means to restore her humanity. On the bright side... oh, wait a minute. And the people may reject the vampiric ruler. On the bright side... ... You find some scraps. They read... Coffins contain treasure and vampires. Floor traps are regularly spaced. Remember to cast sorcerer to jump us over them. The Count's magic keeps us ascending. Be sure to kill him when we get a chance. Oh, sure. Sounds simple enough. They bid an awful lot of women. A rumbling in the distance. I'll have to come back to that in a moment. Okay, what's over here? Oh, hello, Mr. Vampire Lord. Kind of weird how you can't really search them unless you're facing backwards. Diary has been devoured by rats. Nothing is legible. That's insane. I should probably try that against the dragon mummies back in Kalindra. Ooh. I'll have to come back. Still gotta check out what's up here. Nothing here. Nothing here. I have a feeling we may have stirred up a hornet's nest. Zarkon the Great really screwed up that teleport spell this time. Where are we? It smells bad in here, and I have a feeling that someone doesn't want us in their cave. Cloicus Thunbeard, the Round, came to a bad end today. He was struggling up a ladder in his ridiculous armor when one of those vampires grabbed for his ankles through a hole in the wall. He let go of the ladder in his panic and fell a good 40 feet, popped like a jelly donut. I'm beginning to wonder if we're ever going to get out of here. Oh, Sky Roads. Royal Vampire. Royal Vampire. I believe that was the Duchess of Blackfang. Countess Blackfang. Count Blackfang. Yeah, we'll get to the Queen in a moment. For now, I'm having a little too much fun here. Die. Thank you for trying to rescue me, but I cannot leave this castle ever, as I am now a vampire. Maybe if you go talk to Dimitri at my castle, he will know what to do. He is a very resourceful man, and I've always trusted his judgment. Oh, you've already talked to Dimitri. Of course, I'll give you the combination to my safe. It's 33162. 33162. Sounds simple enough. Oh, the crown is ours.
See anything you like.
As long as we're here. Knowledge Cape. Okay, how many capes did we get? We got three sets of drapes. One, two, three. Alright, what about the items here? We have a force ring. What does a force ring do? 23 plus might. And we have a kinetic amulet. Okay, we can get rid of the intellect ring. The Filch cameo, I don't think so. Just to be sure, though. 14 plus thievery. 12 plus thievery. This is worse. Okay. Platinum, warrior. 5 plus might. We can get rid of that one. Five plus intellect. Let's go ahead and sell the Sage Brooch and give him the power cameo. Give him a little bit of protection. Because energy protection boosts are kind of hard to come by. Obsidian Scarab, we can get rid of that. Scorching Ring. Obsidian Belt. Yeah, it looks like we're done here.
Soon.
Let's go and apply our new goodies. Kinetic amulet. Give that to Mios. The Trout gets the force ring. And I get the power cameo for an energy boost. Thank you for bringing me my crown. Wearing it has reminded me how much my people need me. It has made my own will strong enough to reverse the curse of the vampires. Gee, if only everybody's vampire curse was that easy to fix. Now that you have saved my life, perhaps you can save the Pharaoh too. Here is the key to the pyramid where he is now trapped. Now let's get Ambrose and his griffin to fly you out of here, and then he can fly me to my castle. I'm not sure if I have to walk all the way back, but just in case. Acid resistance and fire resistance. Are you ready to leave this awful place? Yes. Okie dokie, what else do we got to do?